All right, so in this video, we are going to do a first fire up on this engine here, which is for my son's truck. So in a previous video, I told you I sold the Chevelle. My son bought a car, my daughter bought a car and whatnot, but he wanted to do an engine swap, so here we are. His truck has the 5.7 TBI and it has like 200 horsepower, and he's like, Dad, I want more power. And we looked into, potentially fixing up or adding power to the 5.7 TBI he has, but parts are getting hard to find for that thing, and you spend a lot of money, and what do you get? Another 100 horse, get up to 300 or so. This is a 6.0 LQ4 and a 4 LADE out of a 2006 Silverado 3500, like service truck or whatever. So this thing's over 300 horse stock. We did cam and springs, and with the exhaust, it should be around 400 or more or whatever. And it'll be cheaper to build and more reliable and probably more fuel efficient than the TBI. So anyway, I'll do a little video. We'll talk a little bit about what we did so far, and then we'll fire it up. And that's it. So that's kind of what I've been working on, just spending time with my son, teaching him a lot of stuff. I mean, we reworked the harness ourselves, and that's been a lot of work. Okay, so here's what we did. We got it home. We bought an engine, transmission, harness, fuse block, battery, air box. It was a complete pullout out of a running truck. And the reason it was pulled out is the frame rotted out and whatever. So the guy told us, hey, it ran, it just, the truck was shot. So anyway, here it is. The first thing we did is, we tore it down a little bit, but we did a compression check on it, and it was hitting 180 pounds, 180 PSI on all the cylinders, so that's good. Also, when we were cranking it, I put a mechanical oil pressure gauge on it, and we were hitting 35 PSI just on the starter. Okay, perfect. Then we tore it apart, and we put a cam in it. We went with the Richard Holdner Performance Truck Plus cam and springs. It's like $300. It's super inexpensive, I think. And it's that cam, it's a 2,500 RPM and up power cam, and has a nice idle chop. It's what every person with a V8 wants, right? Some idle chop. And it adds like 75 horse over stock on a 5.3. So this is a 6.0, hopefully a little more, whatever. And then inside the motor, no sludge, no built up junk or anything. It looked really clean in there. And then, so we did the cam swap and just did front and rear main seals. We put a new oil pan on here. This is the Holley 302-2 knockoff on Amazon. $110 or something for this oil pan. Holley wants $400. Is it the same quality as Holley? No, because I've had one. The gasket fits a little. It's obviously not as good, right? But whatever. This is a low buck build, right? What else did we do? And then just buttoned it up, new gaskets here and there. And then we got the Speed Engineering long tube headers that are designed for his truck, and also the the Y pipe that has an X pipe in it, which is pretty nice. So that gives us a nice foundation for the exhaust there. All right, so over here, we unloomed the entire harness, and then we reworked it to be standalone. Okay, and all that information is already out there. If you go to lt1swap.com, he has all the pinouts. He tells you what wires to remove. He has videos on how he does it. So basically, I followed that, and it was a challenge for sure. There's a lot of wires, man. You have to pull 30 wires out of here that have no use in a performance application, right? And then I built this fuse block. I have a video on how to build one of these. I can link to that. But basically, we have an ignition relay, fuel pump relay, and then I did a starter solenoid relay, which I didn't have to do, but I did it anyway. Overkill. But basically, you have to put power to all these pink wires, and then the thing will run, right? Basically. But I also planned for electronic fans and some other stuff that he wants, and that thing's nice because it's super customizable. Then we got the OBD2 port right here, extra long wires because this is going to go in the cab. And then what I did is I did a breakout plug here, and this has all the wires that are going to feed into the inside of the car. So I kind of have this, and we're going to have to integrate his current harness on his truck, and those wires will feed in here, and we have to rework that harness too. So anyway, yeah, man, this has been a lot of work. It's been cool hanging out with him, just going over this stuff, teaching him and whatnot. Also, we're going to be using the stock computer, so I got HP tuners, and I loaded a bass tune on here. It's going to run kind of like crap because it's just a guessing game at this point. I have no experience with HP tuners. I've used Holley with my Chevelle, and that was super simple. The HP tuner seems a lot more complicated, but again, I'm going to learn it. All right, you ready?
Yep.
You trying to start it?
Yeah.
This on you. Tap off these. Keep going. All right, it didn't fire, or I was running on 4 cylinders. We found that bank 2 did not have any power to the coils, and we traced it back with the power probe, and one of these wires just simply pulled out. So here's a bad crimp. It looked good, it felt tight, but it just didn't hang on to the strands of the wire, and the wire just pulled out, and the injectors and the coils on bank 2 were getting no power. All right, so in one of those clips, it was running on 4 cylinders, and noticed there was no spark on one side. Hit my power probe up, and there was no power here. So we found a loose crimp and fixed that, right? But I got distracted. I never plugged this in. We fired it back up. It was still running on 4 cylinders because I didn't frickin' plug this back in. So anyway, we got another clip of it running on all 8. Revved it up a little bit. So here that is.
Oh my god! Now we did the video. Don't.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this video. Just a quick fire up video. I'm not sure how much of this I will have on the channel, maybe just major milestones. For us, this was a major milestone because, you know, having putting all those wires together and the engine together and hearing it fire, that's awesome. So I guess I'll keep you posted here and there on this project. We're probably not going to pull his motor until it gets warmer out. I'm thinking end of March or April sometime, and then it's go time. So for now, we'll just start accumulating more parts and obviously clean up this harness a little bit.